Thank you very much for joining us. This is Sunshine Report on Osrc Television. My name is Uyewumi Ayenigbara. The people of Ondo State have expressed their readiness to cast their ballots come Saturday. Some residents of the state who spoke with Osrc TV reported Joy Pius expect a free, fair, and credible conduct under a well-secured atmosphere. The reports.
On Saturday, November 16, 2024, over 2 million registered voters across Ondo State will be heading to the polls to cast their ballots for their preferred governorship candidates, who will pilot the affairs of the state for the next 4 years after the expiration of the current administration. Rigorous campaigns have been held by political parties involved across the state ahead of Saturday's election. Meanwhile, the electorates are resolute in their readiness to exercise their franchise responsibly.
I, as a person, I want something good for Ondo State, and therefore, I've got my PVC, I've got in my mind to the person I love to vote for, because Ondo State is a state that wants to move forward.
By the special grace of God, I am preparing to cast my vote on Saturday. My vote will count by the special grace of God. And I am encouraging every one of us that is eligible to vote to go out and vote. And by the special grace of God, I be no problem.
Election is coming on Saturday, and I'm fully prepared. And I believe the best will surely come out. That is our prayer.
Acknowledging the relative peace witnessed in the state since the commencement of political activities ahead the election, they expressed confidence in the security architecture in the state and also declared trust in INEC to deliver a free, fair and credible election.
The atmosphere right now is cool. There's no sort of hooliganism, thuggery and every other thing like that. And the security, they are alert. And even by what we are seeing outside, we are all safe by going out to cast out. INEC as an umpire. So because they too, according to them and the information they've been disseminating, they are ready to carry out the assignment with utmost fidelity. And we believe that the election is going to be free and fair.
INEC is a body that is saddled with the responsibility of conducting that election, and therefore there is no way you can ask them not to do their work. Let them do their work. We are only presuming they will not do it. They will not do. How do we know? According to what they say, the politicians say we should wait and see what is happening. When you vote, allow your votes, allow people to count the vote. Then whoever win, or they will carry the day.
I will beg everybody, at least so far you are a citizen of Nigeria and you have your voter's card, don't feel that your vote doesn't count. Your vote counts. All what we are doing today, we might feel that it's not necessary today, but at least we are also preparing the future. We are preparing our future for tomorrow. So that is just the little I have to say.
The predominant expectation is the conduct of seamless governorship election without rancor. Joy Pius, Osrc News.
And ahead of Saturday governorship election in the state, National Chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yusuf Dantali, has urged all stakeholders to adhere to the principles of democracy and respect the rights of others. Dantali, while addressing representatives of political parties and the stakeholders' engagement towards a peaceful and transparent election, said the interest of Ondo State's electorate must be prioritized. Saeed Aribisala reports that the IPAC chairman urged neutrality from the election umpire security agencies. We'll bring you the report in the course of the bulletin. The coalition of INEC accredited election observer groups for the Ondo State governorship election has urged the electorate and other stakeholders to be guided by the rule of law in their actions before, during and after the poll. The coalition's team leader, Comrade Fidelis Nweke, at a press conference emphasized that the election provides an avenue for the players to advance the cause of democracy. Osrc's Saeed Aribisala again reports that the coalition will be deploying over 600 observers for the election. You're still watching Social Report. After the break, we'll bring you more stories. Please stay. Thank you very much for rejoining us. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Undo. A Muslim youth organization, Majlis Kudamal Amduliya Nigeria, has called on Nigerians to embrace peaceful coexistence and unity. The group, which staged a ride for peace in Akure, in the state capital, ahead of the governorship election in the state, said peace is the foundation for a better future. Osrc Saeed Aribisala reports that the Ride for Peace initiative has at its theme peddling for unity, bridging divides for a peaceful Nigeria.
This group of youths in their numbers stormed the streets of Akure, Ondo State capital, with the sole aim of preaching peace and harmonious living in society. The young Nigerians were members of the youth wing of Ahmadiyya Muslim Jamaat of Nigeria from different local government areas of Ondo State, embarked on the initiative tagged Ride for Peace with the theme Pedaling for Unity, Bridging Divides for a Peaceful Nigeria. Riding on their bicycles, the youths, led by the state chairman, Shitu Yusuf, rallied through the popular Obadeshida Road in the state capital, through Cathedral to the main market and down to the Arakale axis, advocating the need to entrench love for all and hatred for none for a better society.
Disseminate the news of peace, the idea of peace, to motivate people to embrace peace through riding of bicycle.
Armed with banners, placards and handbills, they moved through Akure's major streets, urging all Nigerians to embrace peace and reject violence and hatred.
Our own little way to promote peace, using our youth as a tool, because we all know it's been said that youths are the leaders of tomorrow, but we can't always say that by the word of the mouth alone. We have to take the forefront, lead by example, by showing people that we, the youth, could actually be the agent for the change that we all crave for and the progress in our society.
The campaign was not just about raising awareness, but also about fostering an atmosphere of peaceful coexistence, particularly as the state prepares for the November 16th governorship election.
We preach to them, we tell them that no matter the party we support, we should be harmonious, we should be peaceful, we should say no to violence, because at the end of the day, those who are elected to offices will go back to their offices and we go back to our homes. If we hurt one another while doing this, we would later regret it, because those people who are us would not be pacified by whosoever, whatever the result of the election would be.
Nǹkan táwọn aráàlú náà wá ní táwa youth ń fẹ́ kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ilé bá ṣẹlẹ̀ dáa tó bá ń continue sí ìlú máa dá ó máa wà peace. Election tó ń bọ̀ yìí ara rẹ̀ everybody máa fi ṣe, ẹni tó bá máa wọlé síbẹ̀ tó máa san wá tó máa yẹ wá tó máa jẹ́ kí ìlú dáa tó ní wá dì fáwọn youth tí youth máa ríṣẹ́ ṣe tí youth ò ní wà lazy òní kó wọlé síbi bẹ̀.
After riding through major city centers, the youth paid a visit on the Ralepo of Isikon at his palace. The monarch, who received the youths, lauded the Ride for Peace initiative, describing the youths as model for others.
This is a good one from the Muslim Association. Everybody, the whole world needs peace. Without peace, there can't be progress, there can't be development. So all of us must crave hard, attend to it, to seek it, to abide by it, and to always encourage ourselves to always do what is good, so that there can be meaningful development that we all crave for.
The 2024 Right for Peace program ended with a special prayer for a peaceful election process in Ondo State and a sustaining atmosphere of love. The Right for Peace, an initiative of the Majlis Kodam Ahmadiyya Nigeria, an affiliate of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, is held annually in major cities across the country. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Meanwhile, ahead of Saturday governorship election in Ondo State, National Chairman of the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Yusuf Dantali, has urged all stakeholders to adhere to the principles of democracy and respect the rights of others. Dantali, while addressing representatives of political parties at the stakeholders' engagement towards a peaceful and transparent election, said the interests of Ondo State electorate must be prioritized. Saeed Arabisala again reports that the IPAC chairman urged neutrality from the election umpire and security agencies.
Hours to the Ondo State governorship election, officials of various political parties in the state are gathered under one roof. The gathering tagged stakeholders' engagement and voters' sensitization towards a peaceful, transparent and inclusive Ondo State off-season governorship election. Also has in attendance members of the National Executive of Inter-Party Advisory Council, IPAC.
Evening Democracy Nigeria.
IPAC National Chairman Yusuf Dantali, in his address to participants, emphasized the need for all actors to act in line with the laws and eschew violence.
The need to have Nigeria first, to have our society first before election. We are all one family. The political party is just special purpose vehicles for us to capture power. But after the election, we all one. Everybody here is one happy thing about the whole thing is that Ondo, I think you should clap yourself in Ondo State. So when we came into Ondo, I said, the people have so organized themselves. There's no need for everybody is going about their normal business.
Dantali urged voters to shun any form of vote buying. The IPAC national chairman enjoined contestants not to attempt to manipulate the process. He also called on the Independent National Electoral Commission and security agencies to stay neutral.
It is imperative that we emphasize the significance of conducting a free, fair, and peaceful election. Stakeholders must all play by the rules, adhering to the electoral guidelines, constitutions, and electoral act. The voters in the state, we urge you to exercise your civic responsibilities without hindrances. Vote for the candidate of your choice based on their manifesto, track records, and leadership qualities. Reject any form of vote buying as it undermines the integrity of our democracy. To the contestants, we urge you to know that the will of the people is sacrosanct and should be respected. The decision to choose leaders will rest squarely on the shoulders of the people, and that is what makes democracy unique.
The engagement provided an avenue for the political party representatives to dialogue on the need to be sportsmanly.
The seminar is enlightening. It has made us to realize that in organizing election, the press, the security agents, and the party member are to cooperate and perform well.
One of the key things that have been said today was the efforts that the IPAC national body is doing to put some alterations into the 2022 Electoral Act to ensure that some of the gaps that was experienced in the last elections will be plugged, especially when you talk of vote buying and the use of the high ref by INEC.
17 political parties have fielded candidates for the November 16 governorship election in Ondo State. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
In the meantime, the coalition of INEC-accredited election observers groups for the Ondo State governorship election has urged the electorate and other stakeholders to be guided by the rule of law in their actions before, during and after the poll. The coalition's team leader, Comrade Fidelis Mweke, And a press conference emphasized that the election provides an avenue for the players to advance the course of democracy. Osrc Said also reports that the coalition will be deploying over 600 observers for the election.
The coalition of INEC-accredited election observer groups have arrived on Ondo State ahead of the November 16 governorship election. The coalition, which comprises over 42 observer groups, as part of its engagement towards the election, addressed journalists to underscore the importance of democracy and the need for election stakeholders to act in line with the law. The coalition's team lead, Fidelis Nweke, who commended Ondo State electorate for being exemplary in past election conduct, urged the people to participate in Saturday's poll.
Democracy has often been defined as government of the people, for the people, and by the people. In other words, the essence of democracy and rule of law are to further advance the good and betterment of any given society and ensure that the citizenry have unimpeded access to goods and services as may be provided by those elected to preside over their affairs. The powers to freely and expressly choose leaders of their choice must therefore be entirely that of the electorate to make.
Nweke noted that any attempt to manipulate electoral process is a setback to democracy and societal advancement. The coalition urged politicians and the electoral umpire to always consider public good.
The manipulation of any electoral process leads to the emergence of an unpopular candidate as it is done against the wishes of the electorate. It is therefore an anathema and anti-democratic, as such acts are against civilized conduct by all standards. Statistics from 2019 estimated that over 626 Nigerians have lost their lives due to election-related violence, while 109 persons met their untimely end, leading up to the just concluded 2023 general elections. From statistics available, all those citizens have always demonstrated exemplary behavior during elections, and this is yet another opportunity to further advance the cause of democracy and rule of law and order.
The coalition of INEC-accredited election observer groups said it will be deploying over 600 individuals to monitor the polls and that it will continue to champion democratic principles to better the electoral process. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
Now away from election matters, founder of Ilerioluwa House of Hope in the city, Hakeem Oyinneyin, has expressed joy that the purpose of establishing a non-governmental organization is yielding positive results. He said establishing the foundation to cater for the elderly, especially the widows, is part of efforts to contribute its own quota towards ameliorating the suffering of the vulnerable. The 5 years of existence of the organization coincided with 65th birthday of the founder. Omorionla Ongweji tells us more.
Ilerioluwa House of Hope, a medical facility designed to cater for the aged and widows in Ondo East and Ondo West local government areas, was established by Hakeem Oyinneyin in 2020, 5 years ago, to mark his 60th birthday. The facility attends to various health challenges, which include diabetes, high blood pressure, arthritis, and eyes problem. 5 years after, over 400 beneficiaries of the medical facilities rolled out the drums to celebrate the philanthropist who has brought hope to them at their critical period.
Kò síbi tí mi ò dé o, mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rẹ, mo dúpẹ́ ajẹ́rìí ọmọ rẹ, ọ̀ní bọ́wọ́ ajínigbé. Àwa la kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ bíbá ẹsẹ̀ yìí ló máa ń yọ mí lẹ́nu. Mi kì í lè rìn láti ẹnu géètì dé ẹnu church, màá dúró 3 times. Láti ìgbà tí mo ti ń wá sí ìlérí Olúwa náà dẹ̀ di ìmúṣẹ nínú ayé mi.
Friends, including a former governorship aspirant in Ondo State, Iyitayo Jegede, relatives and members of staff eulogized The gesture calling on other well-meaning Nigerians to emulate the philanthropies.
Here is a man that gives out every time. He doesn't take it. He gives out. And you can see with the caliber of people who are here and the number of those who are here and the testimony they have given that Hakeem is doing a real good job, not only in Ondo State, and he's doing for all his friends. Does for men, does for women, does for the young and the old. It's in him. He's a gifted giver.
Hakeem, we've been together for so long, childhood friend, and I'm not surprised as to what he's doing in Ondo Kingdom. He's a natural giver. He's a gift.
He's a father. He's our dad because we call him daddy every day. He's generous. He's kind-hearted.
The celebrant, Mr. Oyeneyin, said he understands the loneliness widows go through after losing their husband, saying his mother was a victim.
I was looking after my mother, who was quite old. So I understood the challenges of having to look after, an elderly person. So I decided that we were going to do something like that in town here. It was actually my mother that motivated me.
While assuring that he would ensure sustenance of the non-government organization, his wife, Folarera, is ready to keep complementing the efforts of the founder.
We are also grateful to God that ever since we've started, there has been no casualties. There has been not even a single death. He has improved so many health.
The beneficiaries smiled home with valuable items and cash gifts as they also expressed the hope that the like of Hakeem Oyeneyin should multiply in the society. Omoniola Hungbeji, Osrc News.
And with that, we conclude Sunshine Reports. Thank you very much for watching. Join us at 6 for news updates. Good afternoon.